My highlight of today has actually been the whole thing. So each individual speaker brought something to life for the young men, I hope. And as one of the founders, really wanted them to kind of feel empowered and kind of connect to people's history. So they had a bit of passion and a bit of energy. So I was very excited to see the whole day come together, because I felt that men needed to hear the same message that we were telling our young girls to be able to balance our society. But also, when we spoke to the schools, they kind of fed back to us that for the young kids to get the most from the event, that having them separated at this particular age group would work the best.
I absolutely loved the whole day. I loved the energy in the room. I thought the boys were really, really dynamic. The speakers brought something extra. I just thought it was absolutely fantastic. And seeing it grow year on year has really been something really emotional for me. So I've absolutely loved it.
What we do is all about challenging the norm and helping the boys to challenge what they're told and what they see and think about what's right for them. And we do that in so many ways, through the diverse speakers that we ask to speak, as well as the way in which we craft the conference. So they come along to a corporate location and they think this is going to be boring, this is going to be men in suits talking at us, and they get something so different. They get people talking about modelling careers or mental health or being a Paralympian, and they're inspired and they're excited.
So my hope for Rocking Your Teens in the future is that we're able to hit our 5-year mark and have an awards show where we celebrate a lot of the young kids that are doing amazing things in our community, but also that we're able to just to keep growing, get bigger every year, and find a nice famous patron.
I think we craft it the way we do because we want to surprise them, we want to excite them, and something that we really introduced this year, which was so important, we wanted them to talk to each other. So they understand the diversity of the men on the stage, but also the diversity of each other. When they do that, what they see is they're very different, but they're also really similar.
So we believe in the power of stories, and we want to give young boys positive male role models through the stories and give them a diverse range of what it means to be a man, a boy, but basically be a human. We need to do away with the kind of gender stereotyping and the gender roles in that way, and I think that's ultimately what we are trying to work towards and should be working towards as a society. So it's more about being a kind person, knowing how you relate to yourself, how you relate to other people around you. The list is endless, but they're all human qualities and they can apply to a female and a male, and that's how it should be.
So we're at Rocking Your Teens. We're here because we think it's really important to talk to young boys at that age to try and spread the word about being themselves, being their best selves, and this is a perfect opportunity to get the word out there. We never had boys' conferences when we were growing up. We never had conferences when we were growing up. We think these things are really good because, first of all, it brings different schools together, different people from different backgrounds together, and there's something on gender which needs to be spoken about, and they get all these diverse voices.
Well, we want to hopefully create like a new generation of young men who know themselves, who are kind and empathetic and have an impact on, the community and the people around them.
Go to beingmankind.org, have a look at everything we're doing, but also if you're a parent, try and get your school involved. If you're a teacher, download our free lesson plans, get in touch and let's see if we can work together.
To me, being a man is all about sort of being in touch with your feelings, not being scared to express them. This morning I learned about paranoid schizophrenia and all of the mental illnesses that Johnny had been through, and then look what he's come to now and see how much of a more improved person he is and how for the better he's changed. I myself struggle with depression. So I'm going to go to school, probably talk to my head teacher, see if I could sort of do an assembly in my school about that.
I like it how that Dean guy and how he's gay and everything, and he went on Bear Grylls to prove that there isn't a specific stereotype of how you get to be a man. You just are a man and you can prove that by doing anything.
My favourite is Talon because he's got a disability. It doesn't stop him doing what he wants to do, and it affects me mostly because I've got a sibling in a wheelchair. And it's a constant struggle to find something he can do and what he's good at doing. So that was a massive inspiration on me and reflects on my life.
Until now, I thought failure was a bad thing, but as that Kamal guy said, failure is really good, so you can learn from your mistakes.
I learned that it's good to speak your mind and that you should not be afraid to tell anyone your feelings.
The aim higher because it gave me a positive mindset for the future, and it's made me realise what I actually want to do with my life instead of just lazing around and doing nothing.